Hi everybody, it's been a minute, but I wanted to give you something else that I'm working on. So current project is a barrel that I'm turning into a bar storage cabinet for a friend. So this is a genuine bourbon barrel and it was purchased empty. I don't know how much you guys know about barrels, but they need to have liquid in them to remain with any kind of integrity whatsoever. So step one was to get it back to being one piece, if you will, because the hoops were falling off and the staves were separating. It still looked like a barrel, but it was difficult to move around. It was rattly. It didn't feel pleasant for something that's as heavy as it is. So step one was to add a rose head nail into every stave through every hoop. And this is what the rose head nails look like. They are a genuine wrought nail that has a pretty little head. And it's kind of similar to what the rivets look like whenever the cooper was welding the hoops together, making the barrel. So I know the welds are a little bit bigger, but I'm not such a big fan of the people that just decide that a screw is sufficient to hold a barrel together, because to me that looks hokey. And this one over here I'm just using for extra parts. Also a genuine bourbon barrel. So step one was to add the rose head nails, and I think I've gone through about 150 of them because it's every hoop, every stave. You've got 6 hoops, and I haven't counted the staves. There's got to be 25 or 30 of them at least to make up this barrel. There's the bung, and it's probably 6 hours to get the drilling accomplished, because you don't just get to drive a nail through the steel, you get to drill it. And then you get to drill it to the proper sized hole so that it's big enough to allow the nail to pass through, but not so big that the nail would be loose once it's home. So you want a little bit of pressure and galling going on as the wrought goes through the hole in the hoop. If that wasn't enough, every time I drilled one and got it ready, I put some medium CA onto the nail, so that we would actually have a little bit of glue bond as well as the mechanical bond of the pressure of the nail going into the hole. So once all that was accomplished, I cut a hole in it, because you can't have a storage cabinet without access. It's really hard to put things in. So I cut this hole out, which is going to become a pair of doors so that you can access the shelves that are going to be on the interior and actually make this into a bar storage cabinet. So once the hole was cut, I cleaned up the inside because it was all dusty and charcoal-y, because the inside of the barrel is charcoal. And that will give you an odor and instability forever if you don't do something about it. So doesn't show up really good. Well, you can see the reflection. I have coated the entire interior of the barrel with a clear epoxy, and this is only one coat. It's going to get another coat to encapsulate the odor of fire and give the loose charcoal surface some integrity. And I've done the same thing for the pieces that are going to become the doors. This is half of that piece that I cut out to become the doors. Also has a coat of the epoxy on it. Going to get another coat. I was waiting for another quart of hardener to arrive. Slow hardener in this kind of weather, because yeah, this stuff kicks really, really fast. So this is going to become a door, and this is the edge of said door. And because I don't like the hokiness of just slapping strap hinges on it, I'm going to be routing in sauce hinges, which is why I've added the extra material to the inside of the door so that I've got enough material for the hinge to have a good grab when I decide what my layout's going to be. Because sauce hinges or door hinges door hinges of any kind, the pivot point of the doors has to be in a straight line. And with what we're working with the outside of a barrel, it's a curve. So I need a place to draw my straight line so that I keep my pivot point for the top and bottom hinge in the same plane. So I've added that material to the back of the doors and to the inside of the barrel where the hinges are going to land. Those are also just extra staves from that other barrel that I have. And I thought that would be a good donor for parts. So that's what I'm working on today. I have to get a straight line plotted along here where I want my hinges to land. And once I've got that accomplished, then I'm going to build a jig to route those hinges in. And that's where my barrel project's at right now. That's what I'm working on. Thanks for watching.